updating you on some of our favorite celebrity guests who've shared their memorable memoirs with us. Our next author is the daughter of the late legendary Mexican superstar, Chiquis Rivera. In 2022, Chiquis Rivera joined us to talk about her memoir, Unstoppable: How I Found My Strength Through Love and Loss, reflecting on her relationship with her superstar mom and how she found her own success. Take a look. It's an incredible memoir that you've written. It's been, 10 years since you lost your mother.
10 years in December.
10 years in December. You wrote in the book that what we could all see, which was obvious, she was a force of nature.
Absolutely. Absolutely. My mom was a very confident, strong-willed woman.
Yeah.
So not only that, I mean, she was loved by so many people. So when she passed, it was tragic in every way, you know?
You mentioned she was loved by so many people, by the millions. And I even sometimes think about when I'm with my son, who's 2.5, and we're out, and someone may come over and start talking with me, and he's looking, and I thought, what is it like to share your mom with people? That's a small scale for him.
Right.
With you, it was internationally around the world. You were constantly sharing her. How did that impact you?
My siblings and I always talk about having to share her. And it was beautiful because many beautiful things came out of that. We received love from people that didn't even know us. You know, when they would stop her while we were at Disneyland and to take a picture, I would always say, well, those people help feed us. That's the way my mom taught us to look at them. So it was difficult because she wasn't at some birthdays, she wasn't at certain holidays, she wasn't present because she was the motor of our family. So she had to go out and be the breadwinner. So it was difficult. She was a single mother.
In the book, you talk about at some point you became your mother's assistant for many, many years.
Right.
So you're right there at her side, and you're watching the highs and lows. But it also made the relationship challenging for you and your siblings as well.
Absolutely.
What made you comfortable enough to share some of those things in this memoir?
At first, I was hesitant. I wasn't sure if I wanted to share that. But my mom did teach me that being vulnerable and being transparent is what's going to help change people's lives. So there's certain things that I'm like, okay, now I've learned from my mistakes. And I said, you know, maybe I won't be as open with, like, for instance, my relationships. So there were things that I just had to talk about, especially with my siblings, you know. I was their second mom, and it's something that was hard. And I want to share that with people because I know I'm not the only one.
Well, you had public marriage, public
I
divorce.
did.
Again, this is going behind the lens. How did you balance how much of that you were going to talk about in the public?
You know, I feel that that's something, well, the relationship was so public already that I feel like it was not just my relationship, it was our fans, because he's also a singer. So that was the first time I was so public, very public with the relationship. And so when we got divorced, I had just stated we are separated. It was a mutual agreement, and that was that. And I was going to be respectful and just keep everything quiet. But then he started doing interviews and saying things that weren't true, misinformation. And I stayed quiet for 2 years while I was writing this book. I was writing this book when we were together. And then it just so happened to be that he's a part of it because he's a part of my life. You know? So he's just a part of the story. He's not the entire book. But of course, I had to mention it because there was so much said around our marriage.
Going back to your mother and her influence over where you are now in your life, you didn't write your first song until after her passing.
That's correct. Yes. So I didn't start my career. She knew I wanted to sing, and she was going to support me. But when she passed, I said, you know what, this is the time that I got to go for it. You know, I don't want to live with the what if I would have done it because of the naysayers, you know? So I wrote my first song. She had sang me a song called Paloma Negra at her last concert. So it was a response to that song. So my song is called Paloma Blanca. So that was my first single, and I started my career in 2014.
And you get a Latin Grammy. You're like you know, it's as if the universe and your mother really did give this blessing for you to go on to have this career. Because the odds of you getting a Grammy right out to start is incredible too.
That's how I see it. I feel like my mom is up there in heaven, and she's opening doors for me. I think we always had this plan of she was going to rest one day and I was going to keep on working because she had worked so hard. Never did I think she was going to rest in this way, but I still see us as a power team. And now it's just, you know, I'm doing my thing and I'm representing her legacy and doing what I can do to show the world that she did a good job.
Since It's Chiquis' last appearance in 2022. So many great things have happened in her life, in her career. Here's an update.
Hey, what's up, Tam Fam? It's Chiquis. It's been quite some time since I've been on the show, and I just wanted to give you guys a little update on my life. So I just received my 3rd Latin Grammy. I also received my 2nd nomination to the American Grammy, so I'm very grateful for that. I have a children's book as well, coming out July 15th. My podcast is on its 4th season, Chiquis and Chill podcast. I got married as well. I hope you guys are all doing well. Tam, you look great. Sending you all kisses. See ya.
Thank you, Chiquis. We cannot wait to have you back here in New York when your next book comes out. And coming up, country superstar Darius Rucker is now living across the pond. But is it permanently? We get an update on one of our favorite memoirs written by Darius Rucker. We'll be right back. Tune in every Tuesday to get exclusive deals on the things I'm obsessed with. The Tam Fam never pays full price. Go to shoptamfam.com now.